it's truly been remarkable what the Commanders have done. If you think about it, this was supposed to be like, hey, are we going to have a good quarterback? Okay, we think we have a good quarterback. Oh, we might mess around and make the playoffs. And now all of a sudden, they're one win away from going to the Super Bowl. Thought that was unfathomable when you thought about where they were just 2 or 3 years ago. Jayden Daniels is the truth. He's the real deal. And a question got brought up today when it was on First Take. Can the Commanders actually win the Super Bowl with Jayden Daniels this year? So let's play that clip for you guys.
Win the Super Bowl?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This brother could do it. He got a chance. He got a chance. Now, let me say this before I go any further. It wasn't Dan Campbell's fault. I'd blame Jared Goff more than I'd blame Dan Campbell. Now, obviously, I can't look at the defense, which was non-existent, and completely blame them. They went into the last game of the regular season with 13 dudes on the injured reserve list on that side of the ball. We know they had a whole bunch of dudes that were not. I don't even think Dan Campbell will know some of the personnel on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, damn it. I mean, you got people that they've been that injured. So we knew that their defense was going to be a problem. But Jared Goff, Jayden Daniels showed up and was like, you Sean McVay and the Rams, you're like, that's why we let him go. That's why we wanted Matthew Stafford instead of Jared Goff, because he just didn't show up the way he was supposed to. Jayden Daniels is a different animal, 299 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball effectively 42 times, like 182 yards.
Yes.
But this brother is just special. Whatever throws he needed to make, he made. Whatever runs he needed to make, he made. And not only that, you look at the team, and what do y'all tell me all the time? When you got an elite quarterback, you got a chance. The Washington Commanders are like, we got a chance. Right now, with Patrick Mahomes, with Jalen Hurts, with Josh Allen, and Jayden Daniels, we know who the best is. That's the 3-time Super Bowl champion. But none of them are playing better than Jayden Daniels. Right now, the way Jayden Daniels is playing for the Washington Commanders, this ain't going to be Philly defense, ain't Detroit's defense.
All right.
But they could do it.
I see.
So right there, I mean, look, I think it's simply put, Jayden Daniels is unbelievable. Jayden Daniels in less than 1 year has proven he is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And I know that teams are going to have to adjust. So we got to see how long can he keep doing it. But guys, a rookie quarterback, that how he finished the season and then what he's done in the postseason so far, you can't argue with what he's done. 567 pass yards in the 2 games, an almost 70% completion percentage, over 8 yards per attempt on the throws, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, has only taken 1 sack. And then on top of it, he's run for 87 yards, and they've gone on the road and won 2 playoff games. So it's an uphill battle as always. But I got to tell you, man, the poise that Jayden has, and the bigger thing is that the Commanders sit there and go, we can win. And I know that the Eagles should win, but if I can't really doubt the guy. I think that Jayden Daniels is truly sensational. We're talking about not being rattled. Brad, does it look like a guy that's rattled in the postseason? It doesn't seem like any moment bothers him. And right now, that's what you need with your season on the line and an opportunity to go to a Super Bowl and really change the whole narrative once again, even more of what Washington football is going to look like for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And look, the Bears could have had Jayden Daniels. So, it is unbelievable how this all has shaped out this season for the Commanders. And it starts from the top, right? I mean, the organization has literally turned itself around from ownership all the way down. And now it's being reflected in an NFC championship, their first year of this overhaul, whatever you want to call it. It has been unbelievable. Jayden Daniels is unbelievable. When you look at him out there, I don't want to make Lamar Jackson comparisons, but when he throws the ball, his throwing motion is almost similar to like a Lamar Jackson. the poise is very much there. And now he is in some rarefied air as far as rookies making an NFC Championship game. If he makes a Super Bowl, Jayden Daniels is going to quickly immortalize himself in football history. So I'm excited for the Commanders. I'm excited for Commanders fans. This has been a long time coming. I didn't think they were going to make it this far this quick, but I'm excited for him. Look, the NFC needed a Jayden Daniels for one. The NFC does not have. I don't know if you could really go into the NFC and say there is an elite quarterback that is stacked like the AFC.
Not a single one.
So I think that the NFC just needed a quarterback like Jayden Daniels, and this is good for football.
It's about time. Get the NFC. Can we balance this thing out with Lamar,
Right.
Josh, Patrick, Joe? Like, finally, the NFC gets one of these guys, and I feel like for Jayden, it's such a cool story for him in particular, and for the Commanders franchise in general. Who obviously, it's been rough to be a Commanders fan over the last, X amount of years, however far you want
30.
to go back. Yeah, now you got one of the bright young stars in this league. A really bright future. And the thing with this Commanders team is this is the time to build around Jayden Daniels, where I think even if they don't win the Super Bowl this year or go on to the Super Bowl, I expect them to be pretty aggressive this offseason in terms of trying to round out that roster. Terry McLaurin could use a sidekick. They could beef up their defense a little bit more. So the run the Commanders are having right now is awesome. Cliff Kingsbury's done a heck of a job, and I give him and Dan Quinn and that coaching staff a lot of credit as well. It just feels like this all came together so quickly and so perfectly for the Commanders. And right, Ryan, Brad, the Eagles should win this game, but I think the Commanders have a shot. Like, I think they have a shot to really take this thing. And I know a lot of people are already kind of dubbing the winner of whoever wins between Kansas City and Buffalo the Super Bowl champion. I don't really see it that way, because I think the Commanders are that sneaky team that you might overlook and say, oh, it's just a rookie. Do that at your own peril, because I think Jayden Daniels is a dude.
He is a dude. I mean, Zach, the thing right now is when you're in the playoffs, things can happen. The Commanders, I know they don't view it as house money, overplaying with house money. They really believe they're going to win the whole thing. It's not an act for them. They sit there, and when you look at what they've done, they just beat a Detroit Lions team that won 15 games. Now, Detroit and Jared Goff, unfortunately, not a great game for him. But in the moments where things rise, you want to see how poised players are. Commanders are poised. And for Jayden Daniels, I think that's the most impressive thing I think I've seen from him is his poise. Now, I want to be fair. We're not talking about what he could be in 5 to 10 years. We have an idea of what we think he can be. Now it's, can he continue to do that? But for right here, right now, Jayden Daniels is playing as good as anybody at the quarterback position. And now it's going to be at the biggest moment of his career so far, going against the best defense that he has faced now. And the Eagles are very, very good. Does he have an encore performance? We'll find out.
I'm picking up the mic. I'm picking up the mic because it's overreaction Monday. And I'm going off Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. Those are the only 4 quarterbacks in the National Football League that are better than Jayden Daniels. The NFC, sorry, losers. It's his for the next 10 years. What we want to talk about cities of losers. How about conference of losers? Because Jayden Daniels walked in rookie year and snatched everyone's chain. He came for everyone. And he's going into Philly next week, and he's going to do the exact same thing because he's better than Jalen Hurts. They have the quarterback advantage. I think they have the momentum. I think Saquon Barkley's the only thing standing between Washington and the Super Bowl. He can win the Super Bowl this year. Do I think they do it? I don't personally, because it's a rookie quarterback. But if you have a top 5 quarterback in football, which I believe Jayden Daniels is right now, you have a shot to win this thing. He's the 3rd best quarterback remaining. I don't think it's even close. I think Jalen Hurts is a good game manager. I think he's exactly what Philly needs. But if we're going off talent and everything, I mean, the poise of this kid is unreal. Nothing gets in this guy's head. It is absolutely unreal. A rookie quarterback going into hostile environment after hostile environment, just big time game winning plays, moments, clock ticking away, doesn't matter. Jayden Daniels has potential to be one of those like all-time great type players. And I'm telling you, if I'm the Lions, if I'm anyone in that fraudulent NFC North, I am terrified right now because the best quarterback in the NFC is currently a rookie with a team with $100 million in cap space and a lot of young, fun talent. I'm telling you, it's over in the NFC. They got to hope and pray that Ben Johnson gets something out of Caleb, or this could turn into a Kansas City. We see Washington in 7 straight NFC championships.
Damn. First off, a new shirt, and we're going to get it out in the presses. Zach Bollinger calls the NFC a conference of losers. Teams of losers. The shirts are printed already. 7 straight. Zach, I'm not doubting. I think we're all on the same page. I'm not doubting Jayden Daniels can go do it. But I was going to say, heal, Cinnamon, because in the same sense of it, everyone was ready to think, and I was right there, Brad, showing. I thought C.J. Stroud, they were banged up a lot this year, but C.J. Stroud didn't live up to the same year that he had last year. He's back in the playoffs, though. Their defense is really good. I think that Jayden Daniels is the dude, man. I do. I think he is. I think that the Commanders and everyone's first choice, obviously, Dan Quinn, which everyone was against, he was the right choice.
Yeah.
It's the right choice.
I was dead wrong on that.
I know
hand up.
what I'm saying.
I was too.
And you're looking for a leader of men. The bigger part is, can you match it with a guy, the offensive coordinator? So the Bears, they could have had this offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury. He blended perfectly with Jayden Daniels. So it's been phenomenal to see. And there you go. Bulletin board material,
baby.
No.
I'm telling you, it's the poise. The poise is what gets me. He's an unreal talent. He put it on display throughout the entire regular season, but it just, there's something about him when the ball's in his hand in the late moments, there's never a doubt. I genuinely, he gets the ball in the final minutes and I'm like, okay, they're going down to score. It's going to be the last second. It's going to be on some crazy play where he gets in as time expires, but they're going to find a way to do it.
Well, and Jayden Daniels has been getting better.
Yeah.
He's been getting better as the season has gone on, and this will now be the 3rd time that he's faced the Philly defense, so he's very familiar with it. I think there's a very good possibility that the Commanders win this game.
If Saquon looks over and goes, watch this, or whatever the hell apparently people thought he said, and then he ran for a 70-some yard touchdown, Eagles are going to win the game. Kevin, if Saquon Barkley runs for 200 yards, the Eagles are going to win this game. But Jayden Daniels, man, I'll tell you what, 60% of the time, the Commanders could win every time because they have Jayden Daniels at quarterback. They believe. Yeah. Don't matter who the opponent is. You might have to keep that playoff beard for Commanders fans, Kevin.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call that.
Yeah. What? Captain Kevin Sparrow. I don't know.
Has a good ring to it. That has a good ring to it.